Did Jesus ever express anger? Yes, Jesus did express anger, most notably in the Gospel accounts where he cleanses the temple. Here are the relevant passages and three main takeaways. Bible verses. John 2:13-17, ESV, the Passover of the Jews was at hand, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. In the temple, he found those who were selling oxen and sheep and pigeons, and the money changers sitting there, and making a whip of cords, he drove them all out of the temple, with the sheep and oxen, and he poured out the coins of the money changers and overturned their tables. And he told those who sold the pigeons, "Take these things away, do not make my Father's house a house of trade." His disciples remembered that it was written, "Zeal for your house will consume me." Matthew 21:12-13, ESV, and Jesus entered the temple and drove out all who sold and bought in the temple, and he overturned the tables of the money changers and the seats of those who sold pigeons. He said to them, "It is written, my house shall be called a house of prayer, but you make it a den of robbers." Three main takeaways. 1. Righteous anger. Jesus' anger was not sinful but righteous and justified, reflecting his zeal for God's holiness and the proper use of the temple. His anger stemmed from a deep love for God and a desire to see God's house respected as a place of worship, not commercial gain. 2. God's holiness and respect for worship spaces. Jesus' actions remind us of the importance of revering places dedicated to God's worship. They are not to be treated as common or for personal gain but as sacred spaces where believers come to connect with God in prayer and devotion. 3. The need for reform and repentance. Jesus' cleansing of the temple serves as a call to examine our own lives and institutions, recognizing the need for continual reform and repentance. It challenges us to rid ourselves of practices and attitudes that hinder our relationship with God and to embrace sincerity and integrity in our worship and dealings. Greg Gaines. Father, grandfather, minister, missionary, deacon, elder, author, digital missionary, foster parents, welcome to our family. https://jesusleadershiptraining.com/about us/